Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be going through Gold Rush, which is another game in Scrabble Go that you play during the arena phase. So in this version of the game, you have a set amount of time with a specific number of turns. And in Gold Rush you can get a variety of different boards. So as you see in this board, it's compiled a bit differently, where the double letter scores, triple letter scores, double word, and triple word scores are all in different locations versus the typical Scrabble game. And you don't always know how it's going to be set up before going in. And this makes it a little more challenging when playing the game, especially if it's your first entry, because you don't know exactly where all these letter scores are going to be, so you kind of have to change how you would usually put down your different words. And for people who don't play Scrabble a lot, this won't affect you as much, in my opinion, because you're not used to the typical board anyway. But I do enjoy having a mix-up on the board because it just, again, it brings in another type of element where you have to think just a little bit differently. As you see as I'm playing this game, I have some difficult letters coming up, and I'm sure that there are many people who would do a lot better than what I'm doing at the moment, but I am not a hugely experienced Scrabble player. I play for fun and I play for my own enjoyment. I'm not expecting myself to score any crazy high points in this game, and because I'm only in the Silver League and there are 5 different tiers for the leagues, I expect everyone to be kind of around my level of play, which makes it a little less intimidating because you know when you go to the leaderboard after, you're not going to see any insane scores where you would go, I don't have a chance. Instead, you can see yourself be fairly competitive. And what I like about the arena mode in this game is that even just by participating, you earn some amount of trophies, which will help you with your league placement. So just by being active and coming and playing the different games, even if they're not your favorite, you can score some points in order to move up or move down on the leaderboard. I still consider myself a more casual player, but I will tune in and play a lot of the arenas when I'm on. I just enjoy the variety of different games and am a person who really enjoys change. By having that variety in my life, I feel like I learn more and that I learn more about myself, I guess, as well. I like being kind of an open person, so by having the ability to play this game at my own speed, at my own level, but still have fun, I really appreciate having that opportunity. Now, I will admit, sometimes these games can give me a little bit of stress, especially when I have about 10 seconds left and 2 plays left to do. So that's when I kind of just use my diamonds to let the computer make a word or two for me. And I'd like to avoid that, especially if I know I'm going to hit those 3 stars anyway, because I could invest those 5, maybe 10 diamonds into a whole other game, because it's usually 12 diamonds in order to play again. And by playing again, you just have more opportunity to win more trophies, to get more points, and rise up on the leaderboard if that's what you're focused on. If it's not what you're focused on and you just want to try the game, then by all means, you can do just that. Now, when I look through the leaderboard on Gold Rush, I see that I'm pretty far down, and there's no way that I'm going to catch the top of this board, but by doing another entry, I can realistically think about potentially doubling my score. And by doubling my score, that means I'll get more trophies potentially. I could also earn more diamonds. There's just more possibility. And I started off with a bad board to start, a bad set of letters, and I wasn't sure what to do, so I let the computer try and pick a word for me. I was hoping it would pick a long word, but unfortunately it was just a 2-letter word, which can be a little challenging and frustrating because I always want to have a long first word so that it's easier to build off of it. When I only have these 2-letter words, it's more difficult to kind of create that foundation that I can build around. It's also kind of obvious with this board setup that because of the change in where the double letter, triple letter, double word, and triple word score bonuses are, you want to have longer words so that you can expand out to them. The more of these that you can incorporate, the better you will be points-wise. Like with these double letter and triple letter scores, I want to use letters that have a high point value, like my Z's, my X's, my Q's, and so on. By using those letters there, I'm maximizing my points. With double word and triple word scores, obviously that's also a great method of getting the most bang for your buck on different words, but they're very difficult to reach, seeing as they're in the corners in this game, while the double letter and triple letter scores are very close by. I'm pretty sure that experienced players would do marvelous at a game like this, but it's also challenging when the game board switches up from one version to another, and it kind of puts people back on the same page to an extent because it requires a different type of thinking. Many players can make words, but it comes down to how and where you end up playing them, knowing where and when you can maximize your points in order to get the highest score as possible. In this game, I think I'm managing my time a lot better. I have about a minute left and only 3 moves left. So this gives me about 20 seconds a turn, which is fair compared to last time having about 10 seconds left to make 2 moves. So in this case, although I had fewer options, especially when I started, I did make the most of it. Now on this turn, I tried to set myself up with the word nut because I have a triple word score below and I have double letter scores above it, but I don't see anything in my letters that would allow me to have played off of there. I'm hoping on this last turn that I would have an opportunity to, but instead I'm going to use actually the letter swap, which was an accident at first, and then I'm going to use the find the best word location for me. And this tells me where the maximum number of points is located. I think I was able to find it with my last word, and that makes me pretty happy because whenever you invest diamonds into the game, you want to make sure that you're getting the value out of it. So in this game, I used 5 more diamonds to get 30 more seconds on the clock and make 1 more move. Now my score already has 3 stars, so this wasn't necessary. I just wanted to show you kind of how you can extend your match a little longer. So if you were short on points, but you had some great letters and you knew a word you could place, this would be a really great option to use because 5 diamonds is fairly easy to earn back. And in some cases, it can be the difference between getting that double point score at the very end and not, which could be the difference on the leaderboard overall, both in Gold Rush and overall. In this game, you also have an option of earning some extra diamonds by watching a quick video, so I'm not showing you the video that I had to watch, but I think this is a very useful way of earning a few extra diamonds, so by watching that video, I earned back the 5 diamonds that I spent from getting an extra 30 seconds and an extra turn. In this area, I mentioned it in another video, there are different chests that you can buy for diamonds, and it's all about kind of what you're interested in because, you know, the different tiles are pretty cool to use, and I'm a pretty big coffee drinker, so I like this cafe version, so I'm pulling on these different cards in order to potentially get a whole tile. I enjoy these tiles a lot because it allows you to kind of customize your own pieces based on how you're feeling that day or who you are as a person. Like if I'm able to actually get one of these coffee pieces fulfilled, I will probably use it just because I don't mind letting other people know that I like to drink coffee, and I think it's kind of a unique aspect that allows you to show a little bit about your personality or even just how you're feeling at that moment. In my inbox, you can see that my diamond dropped. I did pretty well. You can see that I have 130 EXP as well as a chest that I can open, but I'm waiting to open that when I move into the gold tier instead. Now, just looking at the trophy count for being like the overall leaderboard, you can see that I'm actually not that far off from the lead. 465 trophies is first, 295 is second, and coming in either first, second, or third, you get these different chests of different rarity that have a different number of cards for tiles as well as gems. Now, moving down, there's also a chance of getting a different chest that everyone kind of gets for promotion, but as you see, I am just under that promotion zone, actually by only 3 trophies, which is quite close. So if I want to move up, I need to be active in the arenas, and I need to place well at least once or twice in order to earn a few extra trophies. When we take a look though also at the bottom, they're only at 35, 30 trophies, and I feel like I'm in a safe spot to at least stay in silver, but my goal is to move up to gold. So to do that, I need to be active and place well. Thank you everyone for watching my video.